yeah. Getting into game 1 here.
Lumin. Is he from Michigan?
No, I think Lumin's Indiana. I think like south of Indianapolis.
Oh.
Yeah. 45th seed, something like that. So like making it this far into the top 8 already, or top 32 already, is just super impressive. I think who did he upset? He upset I think he upset Rob actually, the Snake player that we just commentated for. Like, so obviously like he's been playing super hot in this tournament. So we'll see if he can make this happen. But like getting Steved right now. You're almost dead. You're at 120. You know.
Been watching Camel Cat earlier. They're really good at landing anvil.
Oh yeah.
Any height of the stage, even up, down low, you look for the correct angle to send them. You know, because anvil just you throw it out and they go anywhere.
Right. Exactly.
I expect we're gonna see a lot of that.
Right. And one thing about Camel Cat too is like they just know all the tech. Like it's like you'll watch Camel Cat play and just like hit something crazy you've never seen on Steve before. Like what? Why does this character have this, you know?
Creative mode combos.
Yeah, exactly.
What's Samus gonna do about that?
Open your inventory, grab whichever you want, you know? Diamond back here, almost killing already. This is looking rough for Lumin.
Going 5 stories high.
Yep. With the blocks, there's the anvil again. Like Lumin even finding the charge shot, it's like, it does not matter, right? Like you gotta get that percent. How do you interact?
This terrible airspeed, you just float on over the blocks. They can up tilt me for 50%.
Yeah. And I think one hard part about Steve that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about is like, it is a win more character, right? Because if you die, that gives them time to mine. If you're in disadvantage, that gives them time to mine. And so like, they're advantaged even more by winning, basically.
Yes.
And there's the DI on the diamond back here. So strong. Lumin's got to find some answers. Like, if he doesn't want this to be like a quick 3-0, you know, there's got to be some answers.
It might be a counter pick. I'm not familiar with who he is.
Right. You know. Jungle Japes, that might help, Japes, you know?
Yes. Those clap traps in the water.
I'll take anything.
Back to the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
FD, hey, FD. Maybe this might do something.
Who knows? It's definitely a hard one. Switching to the Aegis right there.
Aegis, yes.
Yeah. Matchup's that bad. I'm not familiar with Lumin's Aegis either, really. I don't know how practice this is as a secondary, but
you might have one just for Steve. Started with Samus, just to test the waters here, but starting with Mithra. Yeah, it's a good choice.
Aegis is not bad against Steve at all. We saw Harm taking it over Steve Real earlier in this tournament, and like, yeah. But oh my goodness, and you're just dead, no jump.
If you're Camel Cat, as familiar with this matchup as any other Steve player.
Yep.
Same with every Sonic player.
Right.
You see Aegis as the answer for these 2 characters that have taken over this game.
Right.
That smash, reading the neutral tech.
Wow. Good call out, but
that's the harm smash.
That call right on the side there. That was like Hicks was away from not hitting. Oh man. Amazing call from Lumin. I just think it's so hard because, like, as Aegis, like, off stage, if you get ledge guarded by Steve, you're just dead. Like, there's no recovery against that most of the time. And that's with most characters. That's, like, the big weakness of Aegis, that it's hard to recover, you know? But Lumin bringing this back.
Hey, we have F smashes trading with anvils.
Yeah, that's
at the works.
That's what I'm saying. This is Smash, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. But Lumin staying ahead there, like, just barely standing like in front of percent. He's just got to get like these reads and like rack up this percent, you know.
Really wants these jump ins. Testing Steve in neutral, doesn't have the best neutral, but
back here gonna kill, yeah.
Just double jump down air, wanting to convert as much as they can.
Right.
Get as much damage as possible.
I think also what we're seeing is talking about like the whole win more character thing. Like the moment Lumin got a lead, look, he's got no stone, no diamond, no gold, right? Like it's hard for Camel Cat to kind of like, or at least Steve in general, you know, to get back into this.
And these blocks aren't an issue anymore. It's night and day.
Right.
Samus is just floating over them.
Right.
Air, bomb, not doing anything.
And I like the FD counter pick too. I think it's really been working out for Lumin
That's
here.
right.
Yeah. So Camo Cat's gonna have to find a way back into this game though. Like they gotta find like something like this. That's disgusting. Oh, you live. Okay. It's the down air. I thought I saw the jump rings. I thought it was over. I thought that's what I was gonna spike or something.
That jab, just I'm gonna throw this out off stage while you're there.
Camo Cat like showing them like they're not afraid to go off stage and just hit something, like just go for something, you know. And Steve can make it back. Like, you know, the minecart jump, like the Wario bike, you know.
Wario bike.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Backer kills, yeah. And that's a hard one to DI, I feel like, because you expect it to send it out, and so you're gonna DI in, right? But it sends up, so the DI in kills you sooner. And so I think that mixed with like, okay, we're at the FD top blast zone, it's a lot lower than most stages, right? Like, that's gonna kill a lot earlier. So good stuff for Lumin. We talked about having that answer. We found that answer, you know? What a hollow bastard now.
of course, we're not going back to sadness.
Yeah,
we're locked
yeah,
in
we're
the
staying
rest
there,
of
yeah.
the set.
That's how that first game went.
Saw a lot more of Pyra.
Yeah. Better at clearing blocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just by, you know, each players prefer one over the other. Like Leo, he really liked Pyra over Mithra for a while. Cosmos just goes solo Mithra.
Right. So
If it works, it works.
I think with Pyra especially, you have to be finding those reads because they're such a lot heavier of a hittier, right? You're like playing more like a heavy would. So if Lumin keeps finding these like openings, I think that'll really pay off for him. But if he doesn't, then he's gonna keep taking percent like this, and like you're in disadvantage.
TNT.
Oh, and didn't do the rock man.
Man.
It's so hard. It's like off stage, you know. What do you do against that Aegis, you know? Does the rock man. Knows to go in there. Oh man. I feel like it's hard too because people are like, oh well, you have to have like, you know, here's this new tech. It works against Steve blocks, but you have to be able to do it as well, or be in the position to do it, right? Oh, I didn't know that worked like that. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Gets the backer though. Not fully out of this.
So, how are we gonna get around the blocks on the ledge? That's a big question.
I think that's like a Mithra thing.
Yeah,
Oh man,
well, another
disgusting angle.
Why was he not saving that the last? Why was he saving it the last game? Just no blocks on the ledge.
I don't think Camo Cat was necessarily in disadvantage the whole time, or like was a lot more disadvantaged that last game, especially with FD. And so like they couldn't find a place to set up, and back to FD again. Yeah.
Maybe a little more desperate for materials.
Yeah.
Or just I don't know.
I think if you're Lumin here, like the big thing you need to answer is how do I get a flinch? You know, like how do I get back to flinch in the first place? And I think Mithra just has a little bit better of a recovery off stage there. I'm not sure if that would help necessarily, but that'd be part of like, oh, I have to play Pyra, you know?
That downward.
Just calls him out. Oh my goodness! Wow. If you're Lumin, you like that. Mm-hmm. Camo Cat's got to find a way back into this. Lumin's just kind of like finding those chip percent now. Like,
looks like the name of the game is to overwhelm.
That was close. I think you're right because on both sides, like both of them have been like in absolute like dominant advantage states, you know, and that's been the name of the game, you know. What's that anvil you're talking about?
These back airs always hitting their mark, rips through everything.
Right.
It's such a big hitbox, and it's hard to DI like you were saying earlier.
Right.
Upbeat from the ledge. Might want to keep your distance or look for that TNT. We saw that earlier.
And I think what's so important about Pyra Bather especially is that it is such a good answer for minecart. You know, so many Steves like, you know, minecarting back. A little overzealous with that up B though.
And also neutral B.
Yeah.
Camo Cat would minecart, you know, just back on the stage right where you're close, kind of like Ryu's Tatsu. Just B reverse neutral B.
Right.
Rip right through it.
Because it works. It's got that disjointed hitbox, you know. Camel Cat finding their way back in though, like already, like they are just.
We've got Diamond
right
online.
there.
Oh, do I run back to the crafting table?
Yeah. Oh man, and it's looking so rough. So Lumin's got to find a way back into this. Find those straight hits. Find something. Maybe a back here. So.
5% Camel Cat.
Yeah.
Which will be
good patience.
No
Great patience. And Camel Cat knows like they can just like extend this lead.
Full nair ripped through 3 stories of blocks.
Oh my goodness. And got that F tilt. But now you're facing a Diamond Steve on FD. Like, what's your answer, right? You're at 77 already by like 2 interactions. Looking for the anvil. Finds it. Doesn't find the footstool.
No crafting table. But he's got Diamond.
Yeah. Right. If Lumin can wait out these like resources though, like he can find a way back in, you know?
Keeping that short distance between double grab.
Right. And we've seen Steve die at like 40% to an F smash, so like.
Still no Mithra at all.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single Mithra switch this entire game.
Rex said.
Rex said no, yeah. There it is. That's what we were talking about with the answer to those blocks, right? Mithra has so much more versatility on her recovery. Now you got to get back on stage again.
No blocks. Seen a little grace.
Yep. They've got that gold too now, so it's like minecart's so much scarier. It probably kills at this percent, you know. Lumin's got to find a way in. Dash attack. Yep. Oh, not quite. That's what's so scary about Diamond is like random straight hits like dash attack will start killing. And you don't want that at all. Man. I feel like Lumin might have like been able to use the block slightly to get a recovery, but
I think he air dodged a little high there.
Yeah.
He kind of missed the ledge. I don't know if with how blocks work he could have made it, but I don't know.
Such a weird interaction. Yeah.
It looked like a done deal anyway.
Right. And that's just hard, you know, forcing your secondary out like that, you know, when you're such a solo main of a character, right? Like, and then you have to play that secondary against the top player, tournament set, you know.
Character in the game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure.
Oh yeah.
If you're not confident.
Lumin playing that well, but